Hello, everybody. It's great to see you. It's great to be here with you. Welcome to the Sangha Garden. And today's ongoing topic, resilience in our trying times. It seems the times are still trying. It seems we still need resilience, and there's many ways to achieve that. It's awfully nice to see some of you here. I always love seeing your face, Janet. Hi. It's good. And I love that my practitioners are here. Yay. And my students. It's so wonderful. Hi, Elizabeth. I've missed you. And Lori. Oh, gosh. It's great to see you guys. And there's Holly back again. It's nice to see you. Lisa flying in from Paris. Always nice to have Elisa here. Michelle from France. It's great to see you too. And Jelaine, I'm not sure where you're from, but it's good to see you back. It's nice to see you. And as always, Christine, a delight to have you on. The energy is always so lovely when you're there. It's great. It's great, great, great. And Leslie from Arizona. It's just wonderful. We've got Georgia, Arizona, New York, California, Florida, all over the United States, and California represented by Marcia Berry and Cheryl and me. It's good to see you guys. And Christine, too. And then we have Idaho and Syria Jeed. Yeah, that's right. Oh, and here's Jen. It's so great to see you, Jen. Yay. And Megan. Oh, Megan, an inspiration. Megan is so delightful. It's wonderful that you're all here. Thank you so much for coming. It's time for us to think about opening the field to get started. So let's all take a deep breath together and just allow our consciousness to expand as we connect with the angelic field all around us. And simply welcome the angels, the Sacred Anatomy angels, as they come flying in, as they do. And today I thought it would be a great idea to invite into the field our ancestors. So I just would like to invite ancestors to come and be with us here today and to benefit from the work we're doing together. The ancestral crew that comes in for you on a regular basis, your ancestors who keep an eye on you, benefit when you invite them. If you don't invite them to benefit, they won't. So you each need to invite your ancestors to benefit from any work we do, any awareness that changes, and any feeling or energetic that lifts. So that is for each of us to do with our ancestral line. And you can invite the ancestors who love you. If you're not wild about some of them, or they're not wild about you. So there you go. All right. It feels good. So as we begin this Sangha garden, I think it's important to state that these are trying times. And what was it? This is the ancient Chinese saying about you don't want to live in interesting times. It's like, well, here we are. It's interesting. So one of the things that we have to remain aware of is that those of us that are awakened are lifting the light. We're holding the torch high. And we are the ones who are lighting the way forward through this awakening of our species. Because the people of the earth people, even if you think you have interplanetary relationships, the earth people are all the people on the planet right now. And the earth people are changing. We're having to change. And you guys have probably noticed the solar flares. They've been amazing, like off the hook. something like 6,000 planes being grounded, I think yesterday, from the acute solar flares. So that's like a change as well. But why is that happening? Well, it's kind of like we're getting cooked, you know. It's kind of like we're still in the oven, and we're continuing our process of evolutionary development. And we continue forever. I mean, we're constantly evolving. So here we are in trying times with high solar flares and the chaotic feeling that we feel. How many of you feel like the ground is shifting under you, kind of? How many of you, yeah, you're feeling that way? And how many of you feel like a certain level of anxiety around that? Just, you know, just an awareness that, wow, you know, it's not as stable as it once was. And some of that is deception, because it never was stable. I mean, just FYI. So it's a little bit of a deception that, oh, now all of a sudden it's not stable. But it does have a quality of fear that's very high, and especially in the United States. And I know all the other countries of the world are affected by us. So it's happening everywhere, this feeling, and we're seeing a lot of angst and stress. How many of you feel like more stressed out than usual right now? Double hands from Christine. Right. Okay, so I think that that's reasonable, and remember that, you know, if you lived in the Middle Ages, there was no Wi-Fi and there was no, you know, media to speak of, and so nobody really knew what was going on. So nothing was going on, is how it felt, right? But that wasn't true. There was always something going on, and always craziness going on. If you lived during the time of Genghis Khan, there was something going on. But, you know, you might not have known it if you lived 100 miles away from where it was happening. So the truth of the matter is there's always been something going on in the human condition. We've always been changing. We've always been awakening. But right now, it seems like there's an escalation. Do you agree? Is there a way that it's like vibrating faster, speeding up harder? And I think, I think this is caused by all of the influences that we're all under. And because so many of us are under those influences at the same time, things can move faster. You know what I'm saying? Because we're connected. So this internet stuff is profound. You know, it shifted the ground of being of the human species completely, because we're able to get together like this. I mean, look at us. We've got people from multiple countries here together. That used to happen with a lot of effort. You know, you'd have to travel for 2 weeks to get together with your neighbor who lived 1,000 miles or whatever away. And so there's a real, like, it's almost like the scientific advancements that are speeding us up are moving faster than we're able to keep up with, you know? So I hear people say things like, I can't even watch TV, or I'm not looking at my social media, or I'm not going to think about that, or you know, how many of you have just wanted to stick your head under the covers, pull them up, and maybe if there was a bagel somebody brought you, that would be okay. But under those covers, right? Yeah. So like, that's the natural, healthy reaction to trying times, that you want to hide, you know, you want to get away from it. You know, the unnatural reaction is, I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to go out and change something. And the even further away from that is, I'm going to take a big picture view at the cosmology of my species, at the awareness of what everyone on the planet is doing energetically, and I'm going to do what I can to support a healthy shift. I think, is that more where you come down? Is that more who you are? It's certainly more who I am. And I'm interested in hearing and seeing and feeling how other people are absorbing the shock of all of this. Because it is shocking, isn't it? It's so shocking. I don't know about you, but for me, for some reason, the knocking down of the East Wing, that was like the most shocking thing I'd ever seen. I mean, and I've watched people die, but this was like no one was harmed in the thing, but it felt like such a shock. So it's like these institutions, these buildings, these things we thought, oh, that'll stand forever. How many of you have been to Washington, D.C. and seen the White House, right? Like it lives in memory, I went during Johnson's term and watched his cars arrive, and he was hustled into the building, and, it was the White House, and now it's the destruction derby over there. So what it represents to us in many ways is literally the breaking down of the fabric, the way that everything looks and feels and is done, and how we hold ourselves, and all of that. It's this total change. And even though we've been changing for literally over a century, we've been working up to this. You guys know that? We've been working up to this for really long. Really, since the late 1700s, we've been working up to this. And here we are at the moment. So I wanted to focus today on lighting the torch. I wanted to focus today on what that is energetically, and how you can be really a beacon of light in your own world, how you can become the bright energy that's needed in the darkness. Does that feel good to everybody? Yeah? Okay. All right. I like us to move together as much as possible. It is an ensemble experience here. So at the center of your structure, there's this thing called the core. And it goes from way above all the way through your body and all the way down below you. Yeah, there's a picture, and it's red in the middle, and on the left side, your left side, it's gold, and on your right side, it's blue. And that core is lots of different sizes. Some people have very thin, like pencil core. Some people, it looks like some kind of Greek column, can be really big. And some people, it's tiny, like a hair, very, very thin. But the thin one and the fat one are equal, because it's a manifestation of divine consciousness. So you don't just have a little manifestation of divine consciousness or a really big manifestation of divine consciousness. It's just divine consciousness. And whatever size it is, it doesn't matter. Your little tiny hair core could be as bright and as luminous as the most brilliant laser light. And it can have as big an effect as somebody else's great big fat core. So the size of the core absolutely doesn't matter. But your awareness of your core, that does matter. because that's you standing in partnership with the divine source. So what we essentially are is, if you think of divine source as creation, right? All things, the creation. I don't like to get too religious in what I say, but it is a manifestation of the Godhead within you, or goddess head, whichever you choose. You can choose anything. It's fine with me. And that beautiful light within you, that core, this manifestation of power and light, well, your awareness of it is what matters. It's what counts. It's the relationship. It's your individuated nature relating to the core. Because we are all manifestations of divine source, individuated into our own nature. We have the potential to be completely unified with the divine. We're probably not, but we have the potential. It's there. And you know what potential is, you know, that and a bag of chips will get you into heaven, right? So it's just, it's just a matter of developing sensitivity to that inner light. Like becoming aware of that incredible light within you. So let's start this exercise by closing our eyes and simply feeling the light surging within you, and it moves from above you, right through you, and out. So when it comes in way up at the top, it's got an infinite quality. It's got an eternal quality. The core can never be broken or bent or traumatized or wounded. Your core is perfectly healthy. It is the healthiest part of you. It is whole. It is perfect. It is complete. And it is surging within you. At the very center is the purpose current, which is red. And it spins to the right, to your right. And then on the outside, on the left, is the wisdom current spinning inward. And then on the right is the function current spinning inward. And these three currents spin as they move down. They spiral. So they're spiraling down. Sort of like time. Time spirals, our core spirals, a lot of things spiral, your hair spirals, everything spirals. So as that's moving down, I want you to feel into the potency of that, to feel into the power of it. And it's kind of easy if you focus on one spot. You know, pick a spot. Please don't pick your heart. Pick another spot. Like maybe right above your heart, like at the where the thymus is, sort of right there is a good place. And focus on that. You can pick your own spot. And as you focus on it, you're feeling the spin, you're feeling the spiral. Now see if you can feel the warmth of it. Because the divine source is warmth. See if you can feel into the warmth. All right. So now what we're going to do, now that you're feeling it, we're going to let that warmth move all the way down to your pelvis and all the way up to the top of your head. Just let it go both directions, up and down. Whew, there you go. And so to ignite your whole core so that you're attuned to it, to ignite it, you just want to really focus in on what you're feeling right now, which is the core in your torso. So focus in on the core in your torso. See if you can feel that. And I'm going to show you a very magical thing you can do. Snap your fingers and ignite it. Whew, up and down. If that didn't work, do both hands. And feel it going up and down. And if that didn't work, do both hands and say, ignite. And feel the energy going up and down. There you go. Let it go all the way to the top of your structure and all the way to the bottom of your structure. Ignite it. And you can do that as much as you want. You can ignite that core all day long. Every 20 minutes you can go, ignite. It's awesome. So as you're awakening that core within you, I want you to realize something. Your flame, your core is your flame. And your flame is rising to the sky. It's rising to the sky. And it's alighting the heavens. It's rising up. So all the angels and the spirits and the energies of other great beings who have lived many thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of years, truthfully. All these beings, these souls of these beings, see that light. And they gather it to themselves. They gather it. They say, I love that light. I love that light. And it's like they're giving your light a hug as this flame goes to the sky. And now you can send the other flame, the other part of you can go all the way down into the earth. And that flame goes all the way into the earth. And there's a hello. It's like you're sending the energy down into the planet. And Gaia says, well, there's another one. Awake. Isn't that nice? And there's nothing but a welcoming feeling there. And there's no need for Gaia to take possession of your core. She knows better than that. That's your core. And even though the great unseen teachers and guides are giving your core a hug and saying, welcome home, as you send your light to the sky, they're not taking possession of it. They're simply seeing you, simply acknowledging you. All right, so now what you're doing as the flame is rising to the sky and sinking to the earth, you're starting to build chi. So the energy in your body is starting to get stronger and stronger, the physical energy. So think about the places that hurt, or the places that are broken, or the places that are sick. And bring that flame, bring that light into those places. So if you have sore shoulder, just put it there. If you have, kidney cancer, put it in your kidneys. So place the chi where it's needed, because you're building chi. You're going to have excess chi. You're going to have more than you need. So put it wherever you need it. Anyone over the age of 50, put it in your brain. There we go. You need to put it in your brain, friends. It's like, there we go. And realize that some of these problems that you have are stuck chi. So when you bring this clean, really pure chi in, what happens is the stuck chi just starts to sort of let go. So there's actually a release that's happening. As your flame rises to the sky and goes into the earth, grounds into the earth, you're building chi in your body. And you're still totally self-contained. You haven't merged with anything. You haven't taken anything on. But you're building chi and regulating it. You're sending it where you need to send it. And as you do that, you can feel emotions rising. Guess what those emotions are doing? They're driving the release of tension and stress and fear and anxiety, whatever's standing in your way of your sweet and beautiful self. Emotions. It's not about the emotions, friends. It's about letting them go. It's about allowing the emotions to do what they're here for, which is drive you. So the fear comes up that, oh my God, the world is falling apart. So the fear comes up and it's driving out the tension. So then allow the fear to go. And the anxiety comes up. What if? And the anxiety is driving out the stress and the tension. So just allow it to wash through you. You know what I call emotions? Climate. We are not defined by the rainstorm. We could be defined by a flood, but we're not defined by the rainstorm. The weather in our structure is emotions. So as they kind of ruffle out, you can let them go. So any place where you've got emotional content that's just stuck, take a deep breath. Put your hands on that place. Put your hands on that place and bless it, because it's the driver for release. You can say, thank you. Thank you for that anxiety. Thank you for that struggle. Thank you for my overwhelming desire to be in control. Thank you for my need to be first. Thank you for whatever your trip is, Thank you. And just feel that place letting it go, letting go. Because that emotion is, the emotion is like somebody tapping you on the shoulder saying, wake up, pay attention. So you have an emotion that's overwhelming and gets stuck. So just allow whatever is standing in your way of being a torch in the world, of standing for the perfection of the divine source as it manifests in you. Allow yourself to release that thing that is stopping you. If what's stopping you is a fear of being hurt or injured, believe me, that can happen in your own house. You don't have to go anywhere for that to happen. You can just do that right. In fact, you can do that in the comfort of your bedroom. You can have all the terror and fear and stress and struggle right there. So it's everywhere. It's always been everywhere. So if you're riding this light as it surges into the heavens, as it surges into the earth, if you're riding this light, your awakened awareness is the thing that matters. So we're going to thank the Sacred Anatomy Angels for holding us for this quick little half hour of Sangha exploration. And I want to thank each of you for being here. I'm so pleased you've been here with me, that you joined me this morning. And want to share with you a couple of things. First of all, as we close the field, I'm just going to let you know that I'm doing Ask Me Anything again on the 13th. So come hang out with me the day before Valentine's Day and dig in. And there's another Sangha Garden next month. And I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about, so it may be the same thing. It seems there's no shortage of need to expand our awareness about who we are. So I think I'm just going to keep sticking with that. So I just want you guys to know how much I love you. Love you. It's so good to see your face, Megan. Thank you, and Marcia. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. Thank you. I wish you were all here with me. I could give you each a big hug, but here's a big hug coming your way. And I hope to see you again soon. Love, love, love. Kisses, hugs, benefits, meta, 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 in a good way. Meta in a good way. So, everybody, know that I'm with you on this journey. Know that we're together in this, and know that you are loved deeply. We'll see you again. Bye bye.